Shalom, first and foremost, all praises, glory, honor goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Ba'Shem Makakodas, double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone. That ruled well, that taught us this true citation. All Yakin pushing this word day in and day out, doing this quick lesson. Man, I was on YouTube yesterday and this ad popped up, right? I'm like, why would this ad pop up on a YouTube video of all places? But you know, YouTube has one of the biggest audiences on the planet, man. You know, when you want to talk about TV, entertainment, internet, YouTube is like a top 3 site, right? I think Pornhub is number 1. Okay. Number 2 is, probably one of the social media sites, TikTok or some shit. And 3 gotta be YouTube, right? So, at first I thought this was like some, low vibrational ED ad, right? Because, you see the thing pointing up like a damn rod. But then when I read the ad, it says CAD seal by Flexmark. Hermetically seal and transport bodies with the CAD seal repatriation. So it says used by hospitals, funeral directors, military, local police. The CAD seal repatriation foil hermetically seals the deceased and is ideal. Here's the point. For handling infected and decomposing bodies, man. All right. So I was like, man, why would they have this ad on a YouTube? Why would they have this on a YouTube video? This advertisement, man. Why? Because they're getting ready to release some type of pestilence that's going to make people drop, man, like flies. You know what I'm saying? So this is like, from what I understand, like a thin sheet, that seals up a body perfectly. You see the body stiff. You know what I'm saying? And this is the judgment of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Okay. So it says for handling infected or decomposing bodies. Infected with what? You're not talking about your everyday, flu virus infection, measles, they're talking about some heavy duty shit they about to do. Which I've been saying, the spirit been having me saying this for a while, like, not for a while, but ever since this, what they call them terrorists. I'm like, they're going to do something, some type of false flag event, man. And blame it on that instead of the terrorists that Trump, enacted, because it's supposed to fully hit this summer. So they could do a false flag, release some type of epidemic, pandemic. But this one, bodies are actually going to drop in front of you because the people immune system is weakened. Food is too expensive, so they're not, fully held to the standard of nutrition, man, with their vitamins A through zinc. So it's the perfect timing, man, for the Lord to come in like a thief. And it says reduces the risk to staff. The risk of what, man? You see that? It shows you they about to release something, man. Which is good, because I believe one of the CDC or FDA, whatever directors. Oh, no, it wasn't him. It was, it might have been Tedros from the UN. He said, before disease X hit, it's got to be a famine of the word. It's got to be a restricted internet. All right, so we're in that time, man. All right. So they're just going to foil your dead bodies, man. For you evildoers out there, man. And your children, and your grandma, your grandpa. know? They ain't gonna get no coffin, man. They're gonna get foiled up, thrown in a ditch, then burnt up. The body's gonna get burnt up. Excuse me. Allergy season slacking. Because that's what they do with infected bodies. You don't bury them, you just burn them bitches. All right. And they're going to be burnt in these foils. I don't want about to zah, man. So that's the spirit of the Lord that wanted me to see this ad, man. Of course, this is not the actual ad. I had to go to the website to get a better idea of what was going on. But the ad led to this website, man. You know, CAD seal. That's what I'm going to title this video. CAD seal. Body bag foil. You know what I'm saying? Go love y'all about Shimmy outside, man. I never seen a ad like this. Normally ads be like family friendly ads on YouTube. So-called family friendly ads, all right? Let's go to Revelation 14 and I'm gonna start at 17, man. Start at 17. Well, actually 15. And another angel, talking about the archangel. You know, you got 4 archangels. Michael. Really, it's 7 because I believe they didn't name the other 3, but the 4 top ones was Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, and I believe Raphael. Correct me if I'm mistaken. And another angel came out of the temple crying with a loud voice to him that sat on the cloud. Like, you know, when we see cloud in the scriptures, we equate that with UFOs, right? What the world called UFOs. Thrust in thy sickle and reap. Yeah, reap. Because the wickedness has been sowed, so now it's time for the death angels to reap. That's why we call them the reapers. For the time is come for thee to reap. For the harvest of the earth is right. Yeah, because wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth, man. All right. And he that sat on the cloud thrust his sickle in the earth, and the earth was ripped. Reap, man. That sickle, man, that's a death. That's a great death instrument, man. You know? Of course, the angels, they don't need a literal or physical sickle, but, you know, hey, you know, the scriptures speak. And, you know, hidden sayings, man. And another angel came out of the temple, which is in heaven. He also having a sharp sickle, but if they want to, they could have a sharp sickle. A literal sharp sickle to gut you motherfuckers out here, man. Yeah. Because we about sick of this shit. You people aren't fed up. We've been fed up. The first day we found out we were Israelites, we were fed up, man. And another angel came out of the altar, which had power over fire, and cried with a loud cry to him that had the sharp sickle, saying, thrust in thy sharp sickle and gather the clusters of the vine of the earth, for her grapes are fully ripe. You know how you see a fully ripe grape and you try to make wine and you stomp on that bitch. That's how the angels see these, 2/3 in heathen nations here, especially here in America, man. You know, you're ready to get trodden over. And the angel thrust his sickle into the earth and gathered the vine of the earth and cast it into the great winepress of the wrath of Yahweh. So this is the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. All right. And the winepress was trodden without the city, and blood came out of the winepress, even unto the horse's bridle. So that's how tall or how high this, you won't have streets with literal rivers of blood rolling down them, especially in these inner cities where you got 100,000 people living on one block. One city block got hold 100,000 people, 50,000 people. You know, that's how it's gonna get out here, man. And this is, hey man, I believe this is going into, right before the missiles hit. This is like, because the missile's gonna dry everything out, man. It's gonna be fire everywhere, right? In America. But I believe this is going before that time, man. Because it's going to be great deaths, earthquakes. Brothers with spiritual power jacking shit up. It's going to go crazy out here. All right. And then the angels was zapping his people with laser beams, man, coming out the chariots, man. You know, it's gonna go crazy, especially in these cities. These inner cities are gonna feel it the worst. The country's gonna feel it too, but the city's gonna feel it the worst. All right, and it says even unto the horse's bridle, the horse bridle, man. You know, let's look up a horse bridle. All right, so here's pictures of a horse bridle. It's like the steering, the instrument to steer the horse. You know, it's not the actual saddle. That's what I was thinking of at first, because we ain't been in these educational systems so long. You've been forgetting about the names of shit, man. So it's not the saddle, it's the bridle. That's how you steer a horse. All right, and the horses in the ancient world. Let's look up the super tall horse, man. Let's look up top 5 large horse breeds. Look how huge these horses are, man. That shows you we had to have been way bigger in the ancient world, because how the hell we was going to get up there without a ladder? And these are modern day horse breeds. This ain't talking about the ancient world horses that was as tall as a tree, damn near. Look at this man. This man looks to be, normal height, maybe about 6 foot. And look how tall that horse is, man. It's like a 12-foot tall horse, taller than a basketball court, man. Here, the Clydesdale. I think I've seen these before with, because, in the world, we used to go to these little nigga events, and then the cops would be riding these horses. Edomite cops would ride these horses to exert authority, man. All right. The Shire horse is the tallest, all right? And this is a tall woman. She's not a short woman by any means. She look like she about 5'10" or bigger. This is like a regular sized woman, about between 5'2" to 5'5". Look how big them horses are, man. So scripture says even to the horse's bridle, man. All right. So blood's going to be in certain roads. The blood is going to be taller than the actual average human there, man. You feel me? That's says the scriptures. All right. And it says, and cast into the great wine press. It's the times we living in the great wine press of the wrath of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and the wine press was trodden without the city. The blood came out of the wine press, even unto the horse bridle. A space of 1,600 furlongs, man. All right. So that wraps up that chapter, man. This is Isaiah 66:16. For by fire and by sword. It was the fire, talking about thermonuclear fire, and the sword is the destruction, man. Which the missiles is the ultimate sword, man. The thermonuclear missiles that's going to rain down here in America. 200 million missiles. All right. But then even before that, you're going to have different swords. These robots, these death bots, actual bullets and shit going to be flying. But I believe, it's me personally, I believe it's going to come to a point where bullets going to run out. They're going to be scarce. Because, the first week of Jacob's trouble, when it fully kicks off, that's the first thing they're going to grab his gun. But then there's only so many bullets, because there's so many people here in America. They tell you it's 350 million people. Man, it's way more people than that, man. It's way more people than that here in America, man. The fuck out of here. About this, that's like that's like the Northern Tribe alone is that amount of people, man. Get the fuck out of here. Especially with all the so-called illegals coming in here, man. Esau, really got you people believing that bullshit. Fuck out of here. And it says, And the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. So it's going to be many dead motherfuckers, many great miseries. All right. Thus save the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they need them body bags, man. You know, might have to download this image for screenshot, and also so I could remember. Slain of the Lord shall be many, man. All right. And this is used by your authorities, man. And they really gonna be using this, man. I remember back, when I first got in the truth, they were talking about the FEMA coffins. But these the FEMA body bags, man. FEMA body bags for sale, man. So, and you can't get your price. You really gotta contact them for a quote, because when people order these, or when companies order these, they're gonna order in bulk, man. It's easy to seal, airtight and watertight, so it's waterproof, airproof, tear-proof, and flexible. Easy to X-ray. You can X-ray a motherfucker. You can scan a nigga's body right when he's in this shit dead, man. Simple to seal, quick to open, man. Yeah, because you want to identify the body. Look here, here. Okay, oh yeah, it's him. And then they'll close it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, this is for you 2/3 out there game playing, committing adultery, smoking drugs, selling drugs, being a whoremonger, all you niggas, man, that's slated for the sword, man. This is your future in this bag, man. You're going to have these bags in the missile fire too, man. These body bags, man. All right. Foil body bags for sale. But we be all right, though. The hopeful elect, which I believe, hey, I can't say for sure I'm one of them, but I believe I'm one of them. I'm doing the will of the Heavenly Father and His Son, man. Now the one I'm about to start, I endure unto the end, as well as you, brothers, apostles, elders, and brothers across the world, brothers in my camp. Psalms 91 and 10. I don't want about to die. We endure unto the end, man. So we ain't got to deal with that shit. You ain't got to take part in that madness. Because you got Spain, which is a first world country. They dealing with a blackout of some sort. Soon to come to America, man. Just like leave the world behind. So Isaiah 4 and 1 is literally around the corner. It's probably one of the, after the famine of the word, that's probably one of the first, the next prophecy to hit, man. Especially during the blackout, These women going to cling to you. Cling and cleave unto, the elect man of the Lord in that time. Okay. Psalm 91 and 10, there shall no evil befall thee. So no, them body bags ain't for us. Them thermonuclear missiles ain't for us. The lack of bread, yeah, we may have to go a couple of days fasting, but that's really ain't for us. Neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. So, hey, that's a plague itself. That's made for the plague, them foil body bags, man. All right. It's going to come onto you 2/3 better. You niggas living in your 2-car garage house. Long driveway, big acreage, living comfortable. 3-4 level homes, brand new house. Got your Lambo truck, Tesla truck in the driveway. Not helping out the men of the Lord. This is for you, man. All right. So I'm going to end it there till next time. Shalom.